Got a tip that'll make you, according to Brian Tracy actually, 7 to 8 times more productive. There is always this myth in society that you can only do about 3 hours of working a day. As Brian Tracy and myself have both shown, that's not true. You might have 3 hours that is the most effective, but you can keep it going for 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. And the way that you do it, I think, is exactly what Brian Tracy was saying. I've just got a different slant on it. He's saying you listen to classical music for the entire 7 to 8 hours. That's true. But what is happening there? Your brain is going into a trance. So I think that actually I think it was Tim Ferriss that was talking about it, is just finding one song and just playing that song over and over and over again. And like, look, it's bad in that like time just goes and just turns into a blur. But in that moment, you get heaps of work done. So if you need to get a lot of work done, you need to stay on tasks. I think that that's the way to do it. You just play a song over. Just find a song that you like, play it over and over and over again. The song that I think that you want is one that puts you in a good mood. You know what I'm into at the moment? Alien Ant Farm! And not even the song that everyone knows them for, but the one that they wanted clearly to be the end credits for American Pie 2. I'm going to leave that as a pop quiz. If anybody knows, write it in the comments. But like, yeah, I was just thinking about it the other day. Is there a better genre that Hollywood has invented as opposed to like the, dude, did your grandma touch your nuts? That teen romp. Bring it back. Oh my God, you ate his vomit, dude. That was great. It doesn't get any better than that. My roommate was jacking off on my bed. All of it's awesome. Anyways, I was thinking about that. You go down that rabbit hole and you were just thinking, remember that period of music? I think it might have been, God, it's really testing my memory now. Maybe 1999, maybe 2000, something like that. But there was just this one period where clearly all rock was associated around the fact of like, dude, I really need to get this on Euro Trip, you know? It was all just about getting a song on a teen romp. Anyway, so obviously all of that music just has that like, yeah, college rock feel to it. So I just went back and listened to that. Been extremely effective for the last 2 days listening to it. This is a concentrate that people are always talking to me. Like everybody that knows me says that I'm a dirty little goblin. I am Cave Goblin. That is me. I sit and crouch over in a dark room listening to the same song over and over again. What a charmer. Yeah. Oh man. Dude, really, all goblin. That's my happy place. Just sitting in a dark room going, fuck you, Joe Hildebrand. So, that works for that environment. I think that if you do that, just that one little task, you will see enormous results. It doesn't matter if you're writing an essay, it doesn't matter if you're doing maths problems. A lot of people, like, I know when a lot of people are trying to just do like jobs in data entry or something like that, they talk about listening to a podcast. That is definitely true. But what if your job is to think? No offense. But if your job is to think creatively, if your job is to think in some way that you're just like writing out analysis or something like that, I think that you want your brain to go in a trance. And you know what's even better is you go back and you look at it and you go, I don't even remember writing these jokes. These jokes seem a little, animus to me. They seem a little more like it's a little daemon on your shoulder going, now do this. I think that's what happens in between the whispering of, and just like the movies, talk about Wee Man. You know? It's a very, very simple point. Obviously, as we talked a million times before, I think computer games are designed to put you in that trance. But the whole thing is that if you are just sitting there by yourself thinking, your mind starts to get distracted. What you want to do is sort of hypnotize yourself. And that is the way to hypnotize yourself, right? If there is any people that are studying hypnotherapy, they will attest to this. Repetitive music does this. It's exactly the same as, I think it's chickens and turkeys are extremely susceptible to hypnosis. All you have to do for a chicken is just put their head down, make a line like this in the dirt, just a few times back and forth. They will start looking at it. You can let go of the chicken, they'll still just be staring at that line. They go into the trance. You want to be doing the same thing. Because, look, it's for chicken standards, but has that chicken ever been concentrating on anything longer than that line? Definitely the answer is no. So, it's all about putting yourself in the state of like, I'm concentrating now, capturing yourself there. That's what listening to the same song over and over again does. It also just makes you think about it over and over again for the weeks to come. But it is a small price for a great reward. Dare you accept the treasure that is? Do ya? I don't know. Look, give me this. Just try it. Just try it now. Any song that you currently like, put it on, something that makes you feel triumphant, preferably, and then work on something that requires you to think. I think this is the other reason that it works as well. Obviously, classical music works for that because there's no words to it, and on top of that, it's clearly beautiful, sophisticated, well-constructed music, and so you, are listening to the notes that aren't there. Oh, sorry, that's jazz. I don't know. Look, I'm not musically educated at all. But you are sitting there, and you are, as a result of that, it kind of keeps that eternal chatter in the back of your mind of just like, are you sure this is what I should be doing right now? Can you check out if the new season of Top Gear's out? Oh, come on, we've been doing this for 20 minutes. Just take a shit for a break, come on. All of that gets wiped out. So the fact that you need to do a shit, you're just like, oh my God, I did it! Which is great. It is a large part of why people get addicted to pokies and a large part of why people get addicted to video games. It's because the music is extremely repetitive and it's upbeat and positive. So what do? You turn that weapon, that tool that can be used for good or evil, like every tool, you turn that tool to favor you in a positive way. So instead of just sucking in money so you can give it to fucking Woolworths, I think that's who owns them. What's it called? I think it's Woolworths. Look, instead of doing something that benefits you in the world, you can use exactly the same strategy, the Pokies Machine method. I like putting all of these things. The Mislove method, the Pokies Machine dilemma method. Any of that. Let me know what songs are good in the comments, actually. Let's see which ones you think work. Also, like the video and give me those comments. And more suggestions as well. Thank you for doing that, by the way. And if you don't do it, fuck you. You're a lazy sack of shit for not pressing that like button. I'm particularly ashamed of you. And I like the people that do give me a like.